U.S. warplanes carried out a strike on an Iran-linked weapons storage facility in Eastern Syria in response to attacks against American personnel. And the U.S. is striving to deter Iran and its proxies from turning the Israel Hamas fighting into a regional war. However, repeated attacks and strikes in response risk a conflict between Washington and Tehran. And it's the second time in roughly 2 weeks that U.S. has targeted a location in Syria it said was tied to Iran. Now, remember, Tehran supports an array of armed groups that Washington blames for a spike in attacks on its forces in West Asia. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin stated that U.S. forces hit a weapons storage facility in eastern Syria used by Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. He added that the strike was conducted by 2 F-15 fighter jets. As senior U.S. defense officials said that the strike was being combined with very clear messaging through multiple channels, and the message, the U.S. official said, is to Iranian senior leaders: direct your proxies and militia groups to stop attacking U.S. Now, the U.S. military hit 2 facilities in Syria on October 26th that it said were used by Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps and affiliated groups. Like the most recent strike, Washington said that the earlier 2 were in response to attacks on U.S. personnel. U.S. personnel have been targeted over 40 times with rockets and drones since October 17th, and the surge in attacks on U.S. troops is linked to the war between Israel and Hamas. There are roughly 2,500 American troops in Iraq and some 900 in Syria as part of efforts to prevent a resurgence of the Islamic State group, and terrorists once held significant area in both countries but were pushed back by local ground forces supported by international airstrikes in a bloody multi-year conflict. In another incident linked to the Israel-Hamas war, the Iran-backed Houthi rebels in Yemen said that they shot down an American drone. The Houthis are opposed to the government forces in Yemen and are also part of the axis of resistance groups arrayed against Israel. They have claimed responsibility for multiple drone and missile attacks against Israel during its war with Hamas. Last month only, the U.S. Navy intercepted missiles fired by the rebels, and a series of MQ-9 UAVs, which can be used for surveillance and strikes, have been lost or damaged in recent years, including one the U.S. assessed was downed by Houthis in 2019.